Number 1. Northrop, later Northrop Grumman, B-2 Spirit, also known as the Stealth Bomber, is an American heavy penetration strategic bomber, featuring low observable stealth technology designed for penetrating dense anti-aircraft defenses. It is a flying wing design with a crew of 2. The bomber can deploy both conventional and thermonuclear weapons, such as 8,500 pounds, 230 kilogram, class, Mk-82, JDAM Global Positioning System guided bombs, or 16 2,400 pounds, 1,100 kilogram, B-83 nuclear bombs. The B-2 is the only acknowledged aircraft that can carry large air-to-surface standoff weapons in a stealth configuration. Number 2. The Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II is a family of single-seat, single-engine, all-weather stealth multi-role fighters. The 5th-generation combat aircraft is designed to perform ground attack and air superiority missions. It has 3 main models: the F-35A Conventional Takeoff and Landing, CTOL, variant, the F-35B Short Takeoff and Vertical Landing, STOVL, variant, and the F-35C Carrier-Based Catapult-Assisted Takeoff but Arrested Recovery, CATOBAR, variant. The F-35 descends from the Lockheed Martin X-35, the winning design of the Joint Strike Fighter, JSF, program. It is built by Lockheed and many subcontractors, including Northrop Grumman, Pratt & Whitney, and BAE Systems. The United States principally funds F-35 development, with additional funding from other NATO members and close U.S. allies, including the United Kingdom, Italy, Australia, Canada, Norway, Denmark, the Netherlands, and Turkey. These funders generally receive subcontracts to manufacture components for the aircraft. For example, Turkey is the sole supplier of several F-35 parts. Several other countries have ordered, or are considering ordering, the aircraft. As the largest and most expensive military program, the F-35 is the subject of much scrutiny and criticism in the US and in other countries. In 2013 and 2014, critics argued that the plane was plagued with design flaws, with many blaming the procurement process in which Lockheed was allowed to design, test, and produce the F-35 all at the same time, instead of identifying and fixing defects before firing up its production line. By 2014, the program was $163 billion over budget, and 7 years behind schedule. Critics also contend that the program's high sunk costs and political momentum make it too big to kill. Number 3. The Rockwell B-1 Lancer I is a supersonic variable sweep-wing, heavy bomber used by the United States Air Force. It is commonly called the Bone, from B-1. It is one of 3 strategic bombers in the U.S. Air Force fleet as of 2018, the other 2 being the B-2 Spirit and the B-52 Stratofortress. The B-1 was first envisioned in the 1960s as a platform that would combine the Mach 2 speed of the B-58 Hustler with the range and payload of the B-52, and would ultimately replace both bombers. After a long series of studies, Rockwell International, now part of Boeing, won the design contest for what emerged as the B-1A. This version had a top speed of Mach 2.2 at high altitude and the capability of flying for long distances at Mach 0.85 at very low altitudes. The combination of the high cost of the aircraft, the introduction of the AGM-86 cruise missile that flew the same basic profile, and early work on the stealth bomber all significantly affected the need for the B-1. Number 4. Provide forward air controller, airborne, FAC-A, support, by directing other aircraft in attacks on ground targets. Aircraft used primarily in this role are designated OA-10. The A-10 was intended to improve on the performance of the A-1 Skyraider and its lesser firepower. The A-10 was designed around the 30mm GO-8 Avenger rotary cannon. Its airframe was designed for durability, with measures such as 1,200 pounds, 540 kg, of titanium armor to protect the cockpit and aircraft systems, enabling it to absorb a significant amount of damage and continue flying. Its short takeoff and landing capability permits operation from airstrips close to the front lines, and its simple design enables maintenance with minimal facilities. The A-10 served in the Gulf War, Operation Desert Storm, the American-led intervention against Iraq's invasion of Kuwait, where the A-10 distinguished itself. Number 5. The Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor is a 5th-generation, single-seat, twin-engine, all-weather stealth tactical fighter aircraft developed for the United States Air Force, USAF. The result of the USAF's Advanced Tactical Fighter program, the aircraft was designed primarily as an air superiority fighter, but also has ground attack, electronic warfare, and signal intelligence capabilities. The prime contractor, Lockheed Martin, built most of the F-22's airframe and weapon systems and conducted final assembly, while Boeing provided the wings, aft fuselage, avionics integration, and training systems. The aircraft was variously designated F-22 and FA-22 before it formally entered service in December 2005 as the F-22A. After a protracted development and despite operational issues, the USAF considered the F-22 critical to its tactical air power. When the aircraft was introduced, the USAF stated that the aircraft was unmatched by any known or projected fighter. The Raptor's combination of stealth, aerodynamic performance, and situational awareness gives the aircraft unprecedented air combat capabilities. The high cost of the aircraft, a lack of clear air-to-air missions due to delays in Russian and Chinese fighter programs, a ban on exports, and development of the more versatile F-35 led to the end of F-22 production. N1, a final procurement tally of 187 operational production aircraft was established in 2009, and the last F-22 was delivered to the USAF in 2012. Number 6. The General Dynamics F-16 Fighting Falcon is a single-engine supersonic multi-role fighter aircraft originally developed by General Dynamics, now Lockheed Martin, for the United States Air Force, USAF. Designed as an air superiority day fighter, it evolved into a successful all-weather multi-role aircraft. Over 4,500 aircraft have been built since production was approved in 1976. Although no longer being purchased by the U.S. Air Force, improved versions are being built for export customers. In 1993, General Dynamics sold its aircraft manufacturing business to the Lockheed Corporation, which in turn became part of Lockheed Martin after a 1995 merger with Martin Marietta. The Fighting Falcon's key features include a frameless bubble canopy for better visibility, side-mounted control stick to ease control while maneuvering, a seat reclined 30 degrees for the explanation needed, to reduce the effect of G-forces on the pilot, and the first use of a relaxed static stability fly-by-wire flight control system which helps to make it a nimble aircraft. The F-16 has an internal M61 Vulcan cannon and 11 locations for mounting weapons and other mission equipment. The F-16's official name is Fighting Falcon, but Viper is commonly used by its pilots and crews, due to a perceived resemblance to a Viper snake as well as the Colonial Viper starfighter on Battlestar Galactica which aired around when the F-16 entered service. In addition to active duty in the U.S. Air Force Reserve Command, and Air National Guard units, the aircraft is also used by the USAF Aerial Demonstration Team, the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds, and as an adversary aggressor aircraft by the United States Navy. The F-16 has also been procured to serve in the air forces of 25 other nations. As of 2015, it is the world's most numerous fixed-wing aircraft in military service. Number 7. The McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle is an American twin-engined, all-weather tactical fighter aircraft designed by McDonnell Douglas, now Boeing, to gain and maintain air supremacy in all aspects of aerial combat. Following reviews of proposals, the United States Air Force selected McDonnell Douglas's design in 1967 to meet the service's need for a dedicated air superiority fighter. The Eagle first flew in July 1972 and entered service in 1976. It is among the most successful modern fighters, with over 100 victories and no losses in aerial combat, with the majority of the kills by the Israeli Air Force. 3. 4. The Eagle has been exported to Israel, Japan, and Saudi Arabia. The F-15 was originally envisioned as a pure air superiority aircraft. Its design included a secondary ground attack capability 5 that was largely unused. The aircraft design proved flexible enough that an all-weather strike derivative, the F-15E Strike Eagle, an improved and enhanced version which was later developed, entered service in 1989 and has been exported to several nations. As of 2017, the aircraft is being produced in different variants with production set to end in 2022. Number 8. The McDonnell Douglas, now Boeing, F-15E Strike Eagle is an American all-weather multi-role strike fighter 4, derived from the McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle. The F-15E was designed in the 1980s for long-range, high-speed interdiction without relying on escort or electronic warfare aircraft. United States Air Force, USAF, F-15E Strike Eagles can be distinguished from other U.S. Eagle variants by darker aircraft camouflage and conformal fuel tanks, CFTs, mounted along the engine intake ramps, although CFTs can also be mounted on earlier F-15 variants. The Strike Eagle has been deployed for military operations in Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, and Libya, among others. During these operations, the Strike Fighter has carried out deep strikes against high-value targets in combat air patrols, and provided close air support for coalition troops. It has also been exported to several countries.